time of year we start to see a lot of gift guides put out on YouTube, mostly by beauty and fashion vloggers, the ones I've seen anyway. They include lots of items that are new or just interesting that perhaps people might be interested in putting on their wish list for Christmas. They're pretty useful, so I thought I'd put my own one into the mix this year, but one especially aimed at graphic designers. So this is a video filled with lots of cool little designy things that perhaps a graphic designer or someone who's just interested in design might like to receive for Christmas. I'm sorry that my background isn't very Christmassy, but I am wearing an ugly Christmas t-shirt that was made by my friend Chase from Chase vs Everything. So thank you, Chase, for contributing to the Christmassiness of this video. So let's get started. I've grouped these gift ideas into categories, and the first one is supplies. If you're looking for a super practical gift for a designer, then a sketchbook is a great idea. You want one that is spiral bound because then you can open it up flat, and you also want to look for one that's got pages of at least 150 GSM or higher, it should say on the front of the book, so don't worry if you don't know what you're looking for. It's always really good to get some pens along with a sketchbook because it means you can start using it straight away and trying out two new things. I have two pen recommendations for you. The first is the Tombow brush pen. This has like a marker on one side and then the other side is a brush pen, which is great for practicing some brush script, brush lettering. They come in lots of different colours and I really like the look of this grey toned pack here. Everything that I mentioned in this video as much as possible will be linked down below in the description box so you can buy it easily. These are great quality pens and I am still attempting to master the art of brush script, but it's fun to try. For a classic good quality ink pen, then I would recommend the Sakura Microns. These come in lots of different sizes. This one is 005, which is really fine. They also come in packs, which is good for getting a range of different nib sizes if you're not quite sure what someone prefers. They're really good ink and really good to draw with. Next up is books, because books are always really nice to receive on Christmas. First is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. I love it and I always recommend it for every design student to buy because it's all about gathering inspiration from different sources and then making something your own, which can be a hard thing to deal with when you're first learning design and your work is starting to look a little bit too close to your inspiration. So this is a great read and I definitely recommend it. A book that I would love to receive for Christmas is In Progress by Jessica Heish. She is a lettering artist and she is absolutely amazing, super talented. This book goes into her process and shows how she draws and how she then vectorizes her sketches, gets them onto the computer. The book is really beautifully designed as well, as can probably be expected from Jessica Heish, and it looks really useful. I'm also going to recommend you take a look at this blog post by Envision, which has a lot of different book suggestions based on the kind of design that you're interested in, so perhaps have a look at that and read the descriptions and pick out one that you think might be good. The list was all curated by designers giving their feedback, so I think they all come pretty highly recommended. Another good option that's not technically a book, but I'm going to put it in this category, is a Feltron annual report. These are especially good if someone is interested in information design or infographics. Basically, Nicholas Felton is a designer who has been chronicling his life for the past 10 years, I think, perhaps, and putting it into these annual reports based on data that he's gathered. So like who he's hung out with, how he's traveled, how many steps he's taken on his Fitbit, how many emails he's sent, lots of things like that. It's fascinating to look at, and also they're just really beautiful pieces of art. I think the 2014 one is available for pre-order right now. They're really special prints and they're limited editions, so check it out quick if you think that might sound good. And while we're talking about beautifully printed things, let's move on to the next category, which is prints. I think prints are something that every designer loves to receive because, especially when you're studying, they're not something that you generally think to spend your own money on because they are a bit of a luxury to have some nice art on your walls. Exhibit A. So they are always a really great gift for that reason. If you're not a designer yourself and you're buying for a designer, then it can be pretty scary because us designers are very picky people and we don't just put any old thing on our walls. But I'm here for you and I have some advice. It's a really good option to look at the stores of specific letterers rather than just typing like design prints into Etsy or Google or whatever, because that way you know you're going to get something that's good quality, good design that your designer friend will like. Perhaps you could have a little stalk, see who they follow on Instagram and see if any of the designers or letterers that they enjoy photos of have a store with prints. Getting prints from hand letterers I like is my favourite way of getting out for my walls. I really like this Optimist print here from F. Studios, and I also really love this Stay Humble print from a new studio starting up called Tin Lun. I'm not sure if it's launched yet, but I'm going to link it down below because you should keep an eye on it because it's going to be awesome, obviously. I also really like this Show Up Everyday print from Sean Wes. I think that's really motivational. And also this Think Harder print from Winston Scully. Those are really good options if you're not sure which designer your friend likes best. And if you're buying for someone who you think doesn't mind swearing, then this print here is pretty cool. I have written a blog post actually with advice on where to buy prints from, so I shall leave a link to that down below. If you want to be all new age and technological, then a digital gift could be a cool idea as well. If you're interested in lettering, then I'm going to recommend the Sean Wes Learn Lettering course. It is an investment, but I've got it myself and I definitely think it's worth it. It's a video course with lots of different modules, and it goes through teaching you the basics of typography, about lettering and vectorizing your lettering, and then about the business side of lettering as well, about how to work with clients, get yourself set up with a contract, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in getting serious about learning lettering and getting good at it, then this is a great idea. And a slightly cheaper option could be to buy someone a really good font. My favorite place to buy fonts, as I've mentioned many times before, is TDF, the Designer's Foundry. I've talked to the guys there and they've said that they do offer gift cards, so if you do want to do that and not pick out a font yourself, then that is an option. You just have to email them. Or if you want to take a stab and buy a font, then a really safe bet is Averta. It's a really nice geometric sans serif with lots of different weights, and it's really good quality, and in fact that is what I'm using as the titles in this video. The last category I am just calling stuff, because it's always nice to have pretty things surrounding you on your desk when you're a designer to keep you inspired while you're working. One of my favourite things on my desk is this metallic copper C from Oliver Bonus. I think they're still on sale and I've left a link down below in the description box. Get one in the letter of your design friend's first name, last name, random letters, give them the whole alphabet, I don't know, they're just cool. I know calendars are a pretty common gift at Christmas, and if you want a designy one, then I'm going to recommend this Typodarium, I think is how you say it, 2016 calendar that has a fresh font for every day of the year. Mugs are an awesome gift too, I personally like to collect them. A Pantone mug is an awesome idea for a designer. Pantone colours are a system that are used worldwide across the printing industry for matching specific inks and getting the right colour. So pick out a Pantone mug in your designer friend's favourite colour perhaps, and I've left a link down below to Amazon places where you can buy legit ones. Another one for a designer who doesn't mind swearing is this mug here that says "Don't procrastinate." I really want it, I think it is awesome and it's good advice, and it just looks like a cool mug. Nicely designed t-shirts are also a great gift. Of course I'm going to suggest my own store here because I'm proud of it and all of my designs are inspired by music, so if you have a designer friend who also likes music, then that's a good idea. Ones like this one here that says "Just turn up the speakers." And this one's one of my favorites, and I've been thinking about offering this limited edition colorway, especially for Christmas, so let me know if you'd be interested in that and I might list it on my store. And I also really like this one here, which is printed with metallic gold ink. Another option for t-shirts though is a website called Cotton Bureau. This is a crowd-funded t-shirt site. I think that's the best way to describe it. Basically, designers submit a design and they're very picky with what they choose, so you know that everything on the site is really nicely designed and good quality, not just anyone can get a t-shirt on there. The t-shirts are available for pre-order for 2 weeks and they have to reach a certain number of buyers before they actually go to print, so they're always changing, there's always new stuff coming out. Have a look at them and pick out one that you think your friend might like. My last idea for something a little bit quirky is something analog. I personally love getting away from the computer every now and then and working with my hands. That's why I like screen printing t-shirts, for example. Giving your friend something analog like a Polaroid camera or a really cool label maker, an old typewriter that you've found somewhere, is a really cool option because a designer is going to know how to use those things to make something really creative, and you might inspire the next project. So that is my graphic design 2015 gift guide. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm very sorry it was long. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a thumbs up, and I'd love to know what you want for Christmas. Which of the things that I mentioned in this video would you like to receive under the tree this year, or something that I didn't mention perhaps that I should add to this list? Let me know down below, we can have a bit of a chat because I always love doing that. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye!